Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for today's video. My name is David and this channel is Damar's Coaching, and this video is about borderline personality disorder and some of the emotional triggers they experience. But what I'm doing this video for is not so much for people with this disorder, but people that have someone in their life with this disorder, or you had someone in your life with this disorder. It may help you to understand some of the behaviors and experiences you had with this person. And some of you are currently in a relationship with someone with this disorder. So I hope that this will help you understand a little better. Maybe, I know a lot of people watch these videos that have borderline personality disorder. Hopefully maybe this will add some clarity for yourself, understand what's going on with you. So obviously there's a trigger warning, right? I'm going to talk about topics and stuff and experiences that may trigger some of you. So here's your warning, okay? Triggers: emotional flashbacks, reliving trauma. This isn't, I'll say not all, maybe. I don't know, not all borderlines have triggers. I think they do. But it's not exclusive to people with borderline personality disorder. Many of you, maybe all of you who are watching this, have been triggered. You understand what a trigger is. You still are triggered. Maybe you have c-ptsd, something like that. People with borderline personality disorder tend to re-traumatize themselves throughout their life. Okay? So, like a child is sensitive. If a child is traumatized and not healed, they'll be sensitive in adulthood. If they're not healed, they're going to have triggers, and they can be very sensitive to things. It's not so much that other people would be traumatized by things that they will be traumatized by because they're not healed. These experiences that they perceive as traumatic will keep re-traumatizing them throughout their life until they heal. Having a reaction to a current experience directly caused by past experiences, reliving a past experience today, that means you're not healed. For all of you that have emotional triggers, I've been asked several times, David, what kind of emotional triggers do you have? And I don't. I'm healed. I don't have things from my past that upset me, make me uncomfortable at all to talk about. If you do heal from past experiences, you may even start forgetting them. Pretty amazing. I believe all emotional trauma began in childhood. If we have emotional trauma in adulthood, it's because we're emotionally traumatized in childhood. There are many other professionals that agree with this, many studies that show this, dating back to 50s, 60s, long time. Parents have to love children. So here's to help you understand people that have emotional triggers in adulthood. Parents must love children unconditionally. That means always providing everything the child needs, no matter what. No conditions. Even if you're bad, even if you're trouble, you still got to get what you need, right? Okay. Emotional needs, and I'm just going to talk about one, just one. Security, emotional security. That's all I need to talk about. Mom's job, your mother's, all of you, your mother's job was to make you feel secure, to keep you safe and feel secure. Okay? That's role. That's a mother's role from the time of birth. I believe people born with borderline personality disorder, I believe they did not have a good, healthy attachment with their mother. Not so much father, but the mother. I think that's where it started. And I think that mom did not make that child feel safe and secure. And this can be confusing. Mom could be a great, nice person, never abuse the child, except neglect. Neglect is abuse. And it could be the father that abused the child. But the mother did not make the child feel safe and secure. See that? So, children are sensitive, like I said. Parents must be careful to not threaten their security. A parent that yells is conditional. It's like, I don't love you now. I may get rid of you, give you away. I may leave. I may not want to be around you anymore. Just by yelling, okay? That's how sensitive children are. Loud noises, bangs, throwing stuff, hitting stuff, mom and dad fighting, arguing. leaving. Just leaving. Leaving frequently, without saying goodbye. Leaving and never knowing when they're going to come back. Comparing this child to other children. Sally doesn't do this. Susie wouldn't do this. God, Lisa's such a good child. Humiliation. Just about one of the worst things you could do to a child. I won't say the worst, but it's up there. I can think of one thing, two things worse, but humiliating a child is awful. Awful. And I guarantee you everyone that has borderline personality disorder has been humiliated in their childhood. Not many people discuss that or bring that up. Humiliation. Just awful. Picking on and bullying your own child. Making fun of them. Deprivation. Being deprived of the things you need, the things you want. This is abandonment, guys. Expecting too much of a child. Reversing roles, parentification, too much responsibility, caring for their own siblings, stuff like this. Ultimatums and threats. We don't do that now to people in our life. You definitely don't do that to a child. Criticizing. Criticizing a child. Now this goes the same in adulthood relationships. So these are the things that we do that trigger someone with borderline personality disorder. Remember, they need constant reassurance. They do not feel secure. Their parents never made them feel emotionally secure. They do not know how to reassure themselves, and they're dependent on you to do that. Borderline personality disorder, people with it often have low confidence, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and low self-respect. They're sensitive, like children, not healed. Here's some trigger examples. And remember, this is perceived, okay? Remember, adult emotional trauma, the reason we are traumatized in adulthood and other people are not by the same events is because of our childhood, okay? Things that we do that trigger someone with borderline personality disorder. I'm not saying all these do. These are very common. When we're talking to someone with borderline and we have a relationship with them, not a stranger, not a coworker, my girlfriend, my friend, my mother, my father, my guy friend, talking to them and being distracted. Simply being distracted. Huh? What'd you say? I don't know. What? Just that threatens the security of the borderline. It can. Not paying attention. Specific topics, right? We're going to get into abuse, trauma, love, marriage, mom, dad, siblings. Just showing a loss of interest. Not wanting to do the same things you did with the borderline. Not so interested in what they're talking about. Not so interested in them. That's not going to fly with a borderline. Your anger. Your anger is extremely triggering. Okay? Extremely. We don't like when other people are angry, but if you start displaying that anger in your face, in your voice, in what you're saying, if you're yelling again, hitting, throwing stuff, banging, it's a powerful emotion, anger is. And a lot of toxic people, a lot of toxic predators, manipulators, they may not care about who you are. A big part of who you are your emotions. But one thing they do care about is your anger. Anger is a powerful emotion and it gets things done. Yeah? You guys ever done something amazingly, incredibly big and fast because you're so angry? I have. It might be the only emotion they care about because once you're angry, that's a threat to their security. You may not love them anymore. You may leave them. Just the tone of your voice. Sounding agitated, annoyed, condescending. These things will never, ever fly with someone with borderline. Comparing them, right? We say triangulation, bringing someone in a relationship, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. That's how they perceive it. If I have a female girlfriend that's borderline personality disorder, it's going to be real hard for me to talk about other women. And there might be specifics. They might be much younger than me, and so they feel threatened by a woman my age. Pretty, nice, caring, stable. Has a job, she doesn't. makes money. She doesn't. Gives me lots of attention. I'm showing more interest. Anything like that. Impossible. When we accentuate our looks, okay? I get my new hairstyle. I'm a female and I get my makeup done all up. I really put a lot on. New jewelry, new clothes. Facial hair. I lose weight. Ooh. I'm working out. And I'm going to the gym. I have procedures done, surgery, things like this to make myself look better. So one, you're going to look better to other people, the opposite sex. But two, why are you doing that? You already have me. Who are you trying to look better for? Leaving. Maybe just leaving, going to work every day. They lack object constancy. Being gone for 9 hours may be tough for a borderline. There's some borderlines out there that can't take a shower by themselves. They want you to go in there and hold their hand. You don't have to shower with them, just sit on the toilet, hold their hand. When you get mad, when you get angry, when you get upset and leaving, doing these things, right? I'm leaving angry. I don't like you, I hate you, I'm never coming back, is what it says to them. I'm going to my other girlfriend. Leave during a fight. Any of you know a borderline? Got in an argument with? Should have. They're pretty angry people. Can't communicate very well. High conflict personality type. So now you're in a fight with a borderline and you want to leave. Usually that's the best thing to do. Hey, let's not argue about this right now. Let's cool down and let's reconvene later tonight, tomorrow morning. What do you say? Good luck. Now it's gotten so bad, maybe they're even hitting you and you want to leave. I dated someone sometime in my house and they started beating me. Okay, and I tried to leave. And she grabbed my jean pockets and ripped them all the way down to my feet. Tore my shirt right off me. Where am I going to go dressed like that? Like the Incredible Hulk. It's amazing though. You talk about push-pull game with a borderline. Hate you, don't leave me. I hate you, don't leave me. I'm going to beat you up, but don't leave. But don't beat me. The phone. Oh man, I could make a series of videos, couldn't you? You guys, I can make a series of videos about the phone, your cell phone, while dating a borderline, married to a borderline, friends, borderline, not answering the call. Oh, total panic. Not texting him back right away. 20 minutes. 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Oh, man. That might be the end of it. Not saying they'll leave you. No, just probably the end of the relationship already. Not knowing where you are. I didn't know where you were. Specific places, yeah? Places that they got married in. That someone engaged, asked them or proposed to them. Someone, they've already been married, a place where they had their honeymoon. The place where they planned on having their honeymoon. Their first date with every boyfriend they've ever had. Oh, these are sentimental people. Places. Hospitals. A restaurant chain. Now we can't drive down this street because of the restaurant chain that I used to go to with my boyfriend. And I can't go to this church because this is where my family used to go to, and my family's bad to me. And we can do this all day until you can't go anywhere. Criticism. Who likes criticism? But we can take it. I can. Go ahead. Especially if you don't know me. I don't care. But if you know me, I don't like it. But I can take it. I can take it. Borderlines are the sensitive child, not healed. They've been criticized growing up. It's triggering, even if you're not criticizing them, even if you're just simply saying something you don't care for. Please stop. Please don't do that. Oh my God. You don't love me. Smells, right? I mean, gosh, smells are incredible. There's smells that can take me right back to being 5 years old and sitting in front of that TV watching my cartoons. I remember that cartoon. Amazing. People, other people. You could be talking about roles, right? You could talk about your therapist there, and they're going to tell you, oh, that reminds me of my therapist that abused me. Doctor, my doctor. Oh, I had a really bad doctor who was really mean to me once. Oh, my father. Oh, my dad was. Oh, my mom. I love my mom. Yeah. Children. Oh, when I was a child. Mean people. That's obvious, huh? Mean people. Who likes mean people? Mean people suck. Overwhelming. Anything that overwhelms a borderline. And it could be not much. Honey, can you get a job? Can you get your driver's license? Do you think you could be on time? Do you think you can get this done before we leave? Can you do this before we go on vacation, honey? Please. I'm doing all the other 9 things. Can you do this? Oh, yeah. Oh, so you're so great. I'm awful. And can I do this one thing? I think so. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, I can't. It's triggering. Agitation, irritability could be like a defense mechanism against triggers. So I don't explode. I'm just going to be irritated and show my irritability. Too much responsibility, big tasks, duties. I mean, some people borderline can't clean the room, that can be difficult in a relationship, yeah? Just requesting something. Other people being abused. Talking about other people being abused. And sex. Sex by itself. Just talking about it can trigger them. Having sex can re-traumatize them. A lot of borderlines have sex, don't want to. A lot of borderlines have sex and it re-traumatizes them. They're scared and they do it anyways. So they're not alone. And that would be the last one, right? Leaving a borderline alone. Can be triggering. If you're in a relationship with someone with this disorder, or you just started one, or you're thinking about if you had one, talk to a professional, okay? You're watching these videos, talk to a professional, talk to somebody about this stuff. Feel better, understand, learn, and heal, okay? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please give us your examples that you feel comfortable sharing. I really appreciate when you guys do that a lot. And anybody wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. Love yourself first, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.